Good morning and welcome to CTV Sports and our first game of the World Polo League All-Star Challenge. Kaia Polo taking on Travieso Polo.
And let's have a look at the conditions out there. As you can see, a great picture there of field number 1 at Grand Champions Polo Club. A little bit cloudy, but a nice, very, very nice 7 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature out there for the two teams.
Yeah, and we have some amazing players taking the field. So let's go take a look. All right, so here we go as we're lined up here in field 1. Yeah, first game, and these two teams match up very well. Travieso in the purple jerseys. Teo Kaia playing the number 1. Tincho Merlos playing the number 2. Teo on 1 goal. Pincho on 7 goals. Juan Martin Zubia on 9 goals this season. And Nacho Naviza Estrada coming in, the number 4, on 8 goals. They'll be in the purple jerseys.
Very much looking forward to this, and as you said, Dale, very, very excited. The atmosphere here is absolutely electric here at the CTV Sports studios. Kaia Polo, the team in the white shirts. You just saw the players. Larry Austin at 1, playing off 0 goals. Lorene Zubiauri at number 2, playing off 7, the first of the 2 7 goals. And then, of course, Mariana Aguirre, back. Great to see him back at Grand Champions Polo Club, playing the number 3 position of 7 goals. And Santi Toccolino taking the back position. He, of course, an 8-goal player. And as always, some of the world's best umpires from all corners of the globe have descended here to be with for this, the very exciting 6th edition of the World Polo League. And we're starting things off here this morning with the All-Star Challenge. And of course, Dale, today is a very special day because we've got 3 WPL games on the schedule.
You got it. Now we're going to start out with a 25-goal team, Travieso in the purple and white against Kaia in the white jerseys, 22 goals. They're going to get 3 goals on handicap here. Single elimination, Yan. You need to win to move on. And I love the way they start this off. Every year we do that, so we're going to have a lot of polo for you. We're going to talk more about the challenge system and, of course, the technology we'll be using during the World Polo League. And it looks like we're going to get our first whistle of the day right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. Right out of the bowling here, we get a right-of-way violation. And we'll get a good part of the replay here. Notice the check lines there. For any new viewers today, remember the players will switch directions after every goal scored. You see how that ball was coming down the line. A player came riding in from behind to steal that play, number 4 in the white. So we'll have a penalty 5A from the spot, and this will be our first penalty of the day. It's going to be Nacho Naviza Estrada for Travieso.
And we know what a big hitter he is. So, as you said, Dale, first whistle, first penalty, just shy of the halfway line. Here he goes then, and look at that, a rocket unloaded there by Nacho Naviza Estrada. Looking to find a pickup. Oh, he's found a pickup there at the front door. Teo Kaia, can he finish it? He got a touch. But very good defense, and that will be in easy pickings there for the man with the number 3 in the purple shirts, Juan Martin Zubia.
Okay, so they come down here. This is a great ball here by Nacho. Now remember, any ball that is hit one time in the World Polo League from behind the center line, not the check lines, but the actual center line, will be worth 2 points all season long. And Travieso putting Tincho Merlos, the high goaler, at the number 1 position, and Teo wearing the number 2 today. So a little bit of a change in that lineup. But you usually see Teo playing the 1, but he's wearing the 2. So this is going to be fun to watch here, and see how if they're using a kind of a strategy play. You know, remember Team Chamorro's former 10-goal player.
Exactly.
And Juan Martin Zubia going to 9 goals. The elder statesman, Nacho David Estrada, another former 10-goal player.
Yes.
So they are a solid team, and they're going to win the next bowling. And here you go. It's going to be Tincho.
Nice little pick up there. Tincho Merlos, a 7-goaler, but that will be cleared just in front of his own goal mouth there by the number 1 in white, Lorene Zubiari. Yes.
That's Larry, I think, to switch it up. They got Larry at the number 1, and they're going to put Lorene at the number 2. So they're mixing it up a little bit. Remember, first game of the season, so they will use different players. Larry's going to go for the back shot there, comes around the corner, gets picked up here by Lorene, runs a turn, and then right there, you see how you have a player that ball coming across the field. We have a whistle on the play, and looks like they're going to go ahead and move this one to center for a penalty 5B.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there, but can you imagine being out there, Dale, first game of the 6th edition? Of course, adrenaline will be pumping, nerves will be very, very high, but I'm sure that these, as I like to call them, first Chukker jitters will calm down throughout the course of this game. We'll come back, of course, a little bit and tell you about some of the superstars that we have playing this year. We've got some very, very big names here, but now let's go back, as you said, Dale, to this penalty from the halfway line, a penalty 5B in favour of the team in white, Kaia Polo, and it'll be taken by Santi Tocolino.
Tocolino's got to watch out there. So he put that ball on the line, and that ball would not be worth 2 goals. So the players know, but he's going to go for it here, and I think he was going for the pass, and look at this, a nice play there. He gets right to Mariano, or right to Lorene Zubiari, and he takes it in to pick up the equalizer, or actually to get his add one to his 3-goal handicap here, making it 4-1, and I think a lot of players will see, you know, it's a big hit, Jan, from center. Of course, 150 yards, remember 300 yards long polo field, so to hit one from center is big, but both of these players that'll be hitting from center, which will be Estrada and Tocolino, have the ability to make one.
Here we go then. Ball back in play, thrown in on the halfway line, and Kaia Polo once again winning this throw-in. Didn't quite get downfield as far as they would have liked. Turned around. Now then, is anybody home for Travieso? Nobody there. A lot of space over on the far side. A cut shot attempt in front of goal. They've got to be careful here, as that ball, well, somehow made it over the back line there, Dale.
Well, another former 10-goal player, Mariano Aguirre, on 7 goals now. We have a lot of former 10-goal players out there, and you'll see these 7 and 8-goal players, Jan. They always raise their level. They'll start playing 12 goals, and Mariano mounted so well. He gets in here and just works this ball all the way through the pack. I mean, just watch the determination by this man. He gets through there. Great play here. He plays a lot of polo with Zubiari. Lorene leaves it for Mariano. Mariano, with a few taps, picks up another goal, and look at this, 5-1 early.
Very, very quickly, but I'm liking the way this first match of the season is getting underway. Ball is back in play, and, well, you might have seen it on your screens as we did here. A pretty blatant foul there, right under the eyes of one of our 2 mounted officials.
So another right-of-way violation. You're going to get that 80% of the time right away. So remember the imaginary line. Always follow the ball up and down the field. Player following the ball will have the right-of-way over a player. And right here, you just have players coming together. And they had the number 3 in purple in Travieso. And this ball will be from the spot, so penalty 5A. It's going to be Zubia.
And he rockets another big, big shot down the field, just going wide. And he's another, we were just talking about those big hitters, Dale. Juan Martin Zubia, another one of those, well, I'd like to say a man with a bionic arm. He can knock that ball a good 120, 130, 150 yards any day of the week. This time it just went out of bounds. So Kaia Polo have possession, and it'll be Santi Tocolino to get things underway with a knock-in from his own back line. And there is a pass out to the left-hand side, and he's found player with the number 2, Lorene Zubiari. Nice one-touch polo, and that's what you'll see a lot of throughout the WPL. Yeah, just slightly reaching in front of that play. How did you see that, Dale?
Well, coming across from left to right here again, you're going to have another right-of-way violation. They get the pass over here. It looks like Santi goes actually to Mariano Aguirre on the far left side. very, very tough with Mariano and Lorraine to keeping an eye on these. They wear the same color helmets exactly. Lorraine's going to wear the number 2. Mariano's wearing the number 3 today. It looked like you get the pass right here. Watch to Mariano. And then Mario right there, Larry. And then here comes, he's going to come over the top of the ball. And then you have players coming together. So we're going to use a courtesy change here. We'll use a courtesy change once per game, once per chukker in the middle of the chukker. And you get a good shot of our pit crew here down in there with Nacho Estrada. It looks like he's got a bunch of his young. Oh, well, look like all the boys are down there. It looks like Nacho's got a few of his kids helping out down there. And that's Augustine Merlos, that's one of Celestina right there, his son. He's a good player. All these young up-and-coming players down there working with their fathers. Nice seeing the young group down there. They'll be playing also in the Avendano, which will be looking to go on a Monday. So if you get a chance to tune in on Monday Polo, we'll have all the young polo stars coming out. Try to keep the courtesy change right around 45 seconds. It is a change for the horses. Remember, we are using the technology here. Both teams will receive challenges. They're going to get one challenge per half. If you win your challenge, you have the ability to challenge again. The system and basically the procedure is once a penalty is called by the umpires, the players have 15 seconds to say challenge or not. If they do, they send that into our instant replay official who use all of the cameras. He's got end zone cameras, he has the center cam, and he has a drone. He can use all the different angles to help the mounted officials make more of a precise call. We also have the triggers in place. And the triggers will be to check to see if a goal is scored, check to see if the ball goes out of bounds at the end line or on the sideline, and to check to see if any kind of contact between horses or players and any unsportsmanlike conduct. Looks like right before that courtesy change, we had a right-of-way violation. They gave an open goal penalty 3 from 40 yards out, and it'll be Santiago Tocolino to finish and seal the deal.
Yeah, and that's exactly how you take those penalties. Just get on with the job straight as an arrow. And, well, did you expect that, Dale?
Well, this is the thing. We know about these teams. When you give those goals up, I mean, remember, you got a good 25-goal team playing here, but these teams are getting 2 or 3 or 4 goals on handicap. They're going to try to capitalize in the first 2 chukkers. Mariano, a great general in the white jerseys, number 3, and I'm sure they came out very well mounted, trying to get a few goals here, try to get up. And at the moment, it's working well, 6-1.
Here we go. Ball back in play now then. Travieso have a little bit of work to do. And a quick steal once again by the number 2 here in white, Lorraine Zubiari. Zubia going back in defense. Yeah, he needs to keep his focus on that, appealing there to the umpire. I think the umpire will have heard him.
Yeah, I like this call right here. This is a quick whistle, too. You can see uneven ride-off on the play. You have one player coming together. Remember, you are allowed to ride a player off on the pole field. He must be right in basically somewhere in the center. Mariano's going to be a little bit too far in the front. And Zubia's going to check out of there, safety reasons. So penalty 5A, it's going to be Nacho.
Nubija Estrada quickly takes it out to the left-hand side, and he's found Juan Martin Zubia, and this is again what we like to watch here at the WPL, the one-touch polo, the combination working very well. Teo Kaye picks it up, gets a good first touch, but that's all he gets. Dragging and pulling that team in front of goal. Is that ball still on the field? I think it might just be in a bit of a divot.
Bad luck.
That is bad luck.
Yeah, well, buried ball. And you can see, I like the umpires giving them an opportunity there, but Tincho had tough time getting it out. You can see just half of the ball. So it will be a bowling, though. So we will have an opportunity over 2:30 on the clock for the Travieso team. They need to win the bowling here, about 5 yards out.
Yeah, well, the ball's gone through, and very quickly, Kaia Polo not wasting any time, picking up that ball. Here they come. Zubia going to go and try and stop him in his tracks. Player with the number 4 there in white, Santi Tocolino. But Travieso did well. Zubiari turns it, leaves it now for Juan Martin Zubia. Zubia might run this one himself. Now remember, he is a big hitter. There comes that shot. Had a slight deflection. Teo Kaye will try and keep it in play. Oh, he did very well to keep it in play. Did he score?
What a goal there by Teo Kaye. Unbelievable. That is just a fantastic goal. Well done. And I love the play here. Power Polo. I mean, they turn the ball up quickly. Zubia. Wanmar right here takes it to the right, creates space for himself. Now, watch this. Doesn't hit the horses. Keeps it in front of Zubieri, right between two players, right between Austin. And that is just a brilliant finish by Mr. Teo Kaia.
Absolutely. Congratulations. I'm sure he'll be happy, very, very happy with that. So, Travieso waking up now here towards the end of the first. Chukker, ball was thrown in.
Looks like Mariano might have got caught here by something. We'll take a look at it. Now, remember, we also have the triggers in place, Yan. And we said about triggers, anytime a player does get hit or if you have a sword fight, two horses come together in a ride-off. If the umpires are not sure on the field, then they can send that into our instant replay official, who will be able to look at all the different angles once again. We'll be able to take a look at it right here. Keep an eye on number 3 in the black helmet and the white right there. You see how they came together? Kind of in the scrum, you have 8 horses. They're running 600 to 700 pounds. You put them in a small area. You're going to have some racing and rubbing in there. I don't know if you get a foul out of this or not. We'll see what they decide. Mariano seems to think he thought it might be a foul. We'll see what they decide. They get hit, Yeah, Mariano's looking over. He says, he so I don't know if they go to bowling or they go with a penalty, but he did get hit there. You can see how they came out of the bowling, and Mariano was straight, and then one player was coming across unevenly. So I would think you probably get it here for the Kaia Polo team. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and drop it from center. So I like this call. Even though they're in the scrum, you got to make sure your ride-off is even.
Yes.
You can't go at over more than 45-degree angle, and they're definitely over 45 degrees there. And as I said, Mariano was at a standstill, so he had no way to get out of there.
No, and in fairness, of course, Juan Martin Zubia, whose horse actually knocked him on the chest, it would have been unintentional, but as you said...
Oh, it's unintentional, yeah, for sure. But foul's a foul, so they'll go put it in center and maybe go for a 2-pointer here. Look at this.
Toccolino with a long, long ball up to the front door. One touch. Oh, my goodness. Did you see that with the number 2, Lerine Zubiari nearly managed to just put that one through.
That's a pickleball play.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But what a save by Teo Kaia. Yeah. Watch this. Even better. Unbelievable volley. But look at Teo out of the air. They get the penalty 6. They're going to have a safety here. No, it didn't. So I guess it did not. Perfect. Great save. As they don't get the safety, so it came off the horse there. It did not come off the mallet, but a good job at Teo Kaia to save that goal.
Absolutely. Scoring a great goal just a few moments earlier, and now also doing a very good job in defense. Now then, on the move, Tincho and Merlos here for Travieso. Round the outside. And what a cracking goal.
Wow. Now, you want to know how big that save was now, Teo Kaia. That's a 2-goal swing. Otherwise, Lorenzo Eri, he gets one out of the air, an amazing volley goal. Teo blocks it, and then Tincho takes it the other way and scores right at the end of the Chukker. Fabulous play. Great way to end the first Chukker for Travieso. Schwetz, 2024 World Pole League All-Star Challenge, Jan Erik Frank. What do you think about the first Chukker?
I think it's an absolutely cracking way to start the 6th edition, Dale, the All-Star Challenge 2024, getting off to an absolutely fantastic start. And so far, I'm sure you'll agree with me, the standout player here in that opening Chukker was Teo Kaia, not only scoring an amazing goal, but then also, as you said, and you noticed how he saved that goal that was coming in from Kaia Polo, which then basically set them up to score for Travieso. So both of these teams hitting the target on 3 occasions. Lorenzo Biari, Mariano Aguirre, and Santi Tocolino converting a penalty 3. Teo Kaia, as I said, Tincho Merlis and Juan Martin Zubia all also hitting the target. But remember, Kaia Polo, a 22-goal team, they were given 3 goals on handicap. So you join us now for Chukker number 2. And the scoreline reads 6-3 in favor of Kaia Polo.
Yeah, and we got a good look at that save by Teo earlier. It did go off his horse's leg, so perfect play by Teo. And look at this. It's going to be Teo once again coming from right to left. Good job staying on the near side there. Mariano and Teo into the corner they go.
Yeah, he managed to clear that, but and then a powerful backhand. Now then, where did that ball come off? Oh, looks like Teo just...
he got him into the corner there.
Yeah.
He looks okay. We got him in the corner. He went to save it. Looked like Mariano and them were going into the corner. Now, remember, we're talking about the technology which is used during the World Pole League and our, of course, challenge system. They will receive those, remember, 1 in each half. So you got to use it or lose it. You can't carry it over. And remember, we have the umpire trigger. So if the 2 umpires do disagree on a call, then they would send that into our IRO. And in the World Pole League, the IRO and the third man are the same person, of course, here in the CTV studios.
Yep.
A level that we have gone to that has worked amazing, and a great group of international umpires working together.
Indeed. And whilst we have a little bit of a moment to spare, let's just, and we did mention, or I did mention to you earlier, that we really do have the who's who internationally of polo players. This year's the 6th edition of the World Polo League, featuring no less than 3 10-goal players. Pablo McDonough is one of them, Juan Martin Nero and Heta Castañola. Those are the 3 10-goalers, but then we also have 3 9-goalers. Gonzalito Pierres is here, Sapo Cassette, Juan Martin Zubia, a man who obviously is playing out there at the moment. 5 8-goal players there with Nick Roldan, Rufino Bensadon, Santi Tocolino, Magula Prida, and of course Nacho Novijo Estrada, just to give you a handful of names there. The World Polo League, of course, will be running through until the 21st of April. The World Polo League is about the preservation of the highest level of polo and its rich, hallowed tradition here in the United States. Remember, it is the highest level of polo played anywhere in the world outside of Argentina. And the World Polo League has its own set of simpler, fan-friendly rules to improve the flow of the game, and, of course, all with world-class umpires. And I can tell you, Dale, from the last 6 years, the World Polo League seems to be setting the bar, because I can see a lot of those implementations that we've seen here
100%.
all over the world.
And at all levels.
At all, exactly.
Because we watched a 6-goal final yesterday. That was amazing. Congratulations to Polo School. As CTV Sports covered everything from 6 to 26 goals. And you see it implemented in the low goal.
Yep.
And the games are becoming so much more open, more fan-friendly. And I think the players are embracing it, and definitely the fans are embracing it. And we really appreciate the feedback from all our fans.
Indeed, and of course, when you have, a star-studded lineup like, for example, McDonough, who earned the Gonzalo Heggie Most Valuable Player Award at the 130th Argentine Open with his team La Navidad, one impressive 13 goals to 10 over Adolfo's Cambiaso La Dolfina Saudi. La Navidad teammate and fellow Tengola Heta Castañola also returning to the World Polo League after winning the Javier Novijo Estrada Award as top scorer of the Argentine Open with, get this, Dale, 38 goals.
Yeah, he's a goal scoring machine, isn't he? Fun to watch him. We're gonna have a lot of goal scorers, or we're gonna have some. It's gonna be a fun season to watch. 22 to 26 goals, and as you said, it's just fabulous. Last year's season, our 5th season, went to such a high level. Every game was just you're sitting at the edge of your seat. And for me, like I said to you, I had the opportunity to play a lot of high goal polo back in my day, and it was great to see the level of polo back to where speed and energy are such a big part of the game, and they brought it back. So it's great to see that. And here we go. Looks like we got Teo back on, so he looks okay. And they'll get back to the action here with 6:20 on the clock, 6-3. And it's going to be picked up here together with Lorraine Zubieri. He's inside the 60, backed up by Estrada.
And there's a nice little backhand shot, taking it out of the goal mouth. First man at the scene, or to the scene of that ball, will be in the white shirt. Larry Austin. In comes Juan Martin Zubia. They're on the boards. Kaia Polo, and he's putting his mallet up in the air. Mariana Aguirre. Play continues. Little under the neck shot. Nicely done. Ball will just stay in play. And on the doorstep. Now, did that ball go in, Dale?
Yeah, I believe he got the 5 flag right there. So this is just a great play by Mariano and Lindsay. Watch at the end of the line. It's a give and go till they're in. And then he goes for the little open back shot here. A little cut shot. Goes off the post. But Mariano right in the rumble seat there finished up. But it actually started with Mariano. And like I said, they play a lot of polo at the Greenwich Polo Club in the summers with the Larry. He plays at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. And this threesome, playing with Larry, Santi, Lorraine, and Mariano, know each other very, very well. They play a lot of polo together. You see them. Look, you see them all talking. They speak within each other. Look, you see how Santi's out there talking with Mariano. You know, they're a very open team. And Larry just perfect fit for the puzzle. Same thing on the Travieso team. Those guys know each other very well, and you've seen how well Teo has started out. So they're going to keep this 4-goal lead now, 7-3.
On the move there with the number 4 in purple, Nacho Novijo Estrada. Remember, one of our 8 goalers and one of our very, very big hitters. Didn't quite get that ball to where he wanted to, so it could be a quick turnaround here for Kaia Polo. But again, and he's always very quick on his feet, is Juan Martin Zubia, one of our 9-goal players. Leaves that one now for the number 3, Aguirre on the move. Mariano has a little look over his shoulder.
Ooh, bad luck.
Maybe just a little bit overconfident there, but what a cheeky steal there, Dale.
And they're going to let him play. They're going to say he got in there quick enough. They're letting him play today. I like it. Consistency. Now it was a clean steal by Mariano earlier. Great non-calls.
On the near side, back to Kaia Polo. Lorraine Zubiari trying to find a little gap. He's got Tocolino right behind him. He will leave it for said Santi Tocolino, the 8-goaler. He'll run with it now. Now, of course, something else which is very much part and parcel of the rules and regulations here is the so-called negative play, i.e. we want to avoid that, so it's all about positive play, getting a flow going. Nice little cheeky steal here again by Lorraine Zubiari. Picks it up, working it. Still the 7-goaler, trying to get past the last man in defense, Nacho Novijo Estrada. Has he done enough?
Wow, Secretary of Defense? Nacho Novijo Estrada, not an easy play here. Splendid play by Zubieri, just bringing it in. And Nacho, you can learn a lot from this man watching him play number 4. I love watching him play number 4. We'll see what happens here. You might get a safety on the play, but that's not going to hurt because he saved the goal. Zubieri was actually taking that ball in. Nacho had his play between Lorraine and Mariano, and he actually took on both players. We're going to go to a courtesy change here with 3:26 on the clock, and both teams, that ball's at, it might take a little longer. We talk a lot with the umpires and the players on this. Remember, you got a ball all the way at the other end of the field. You got polo field 300 yards long. Both trailers are set up on the south side of field 1, and so on those cases, you will have your courtesy change a little bit longer. As I said, they keep it right around that 45-second. But there's just some times when you got all 8 players at one end and they have to go to the other end. And also, you might have one team right by the ball, and so you got to. That's something that the umpires will manage. And I love seeing all the little young polo stars out there. There's Silver right there. That's Nacho's oldest son in the blue shirt, and he has been playing. We're going to see a lot of those young players coming up. You remember we saw Milo McDonough, actually, well, I think he was the youngest player to ever play in the World Polo League.
Correct.
Pablo, yeah, and then congratulations to him. He did a fabulous job last year filling in. I think for Gilberto, I think might have been hurt or something there. They had an issue, but I couldn't remember exactly.
And De Narvaez as well, remember?
Yeah, and there's right there Silver on the right side of the blue shirt. But it's great to see these young players. They're always out there with their father, their parents. They're part of the teams. They're learning how to manage their polo at a young age. Because they're in the tents, they're listening to the conversations. It's they're growing in leaps and bounds. It's amazing, and so that's where we'll have a lot of fun on Monday. Keep an eye on that, based on weather and of course scheduling for the Avendano, which we'll have at the Santa Rita Polo Farm if everything works well with weather, and of course we'll have a good group there calling the game for you, so you can tune in on Monday. So that should be a lot of fun. We always look forward to those days. All right, we are going to get a penalty 6 out of this safety. A defending team hits the ball over their own end line, bring it out 60 yards. Wherever the ball rolls over the end line, it's going to be Tocolino.
Yep.
And that is about as good drone footage as you can get right there.
Absolutely.
And, of course, another way you can see how we have the ability to manage the goal shots on triggers. That was a perfect example right there.
Clinical in his execution, and that, of course, puts a little bit of a dent onto the scoreline. As you can see now, 8 goals to 3. Still no score from Travieso here in Chukker number 2. They have the ball as we speak, and Achinivijo Estrada sends that one back up to the front door. And going for the little under the neck shot there, Tincho Merlos. Cleared.
A little bit of racing and rubbing there behind with Zubia and Zubieri. Looked like everybody was turning and burning there, and they kind of got caught up together. Not sure which player actually created the danger. It almost looked like both players were turning, but looks like they're marching this one to the south. So we'll get another look at it. Keep an eye on the backside. Keep an eye on the number 2 in the white jersey, number 3 in the purple, right here. Yep. Boom. And you're going to get an all uneven ride off there. And so that's going to go in favor of the Kaia Polo team. And, I like this. Santi he's got it all figured out, because if you see where that ball's teed up now, he's got it just about an inch behind the line, which means if he hits one well, which we've seen him make them, he's actually made some in the last couple of years. One of the bigger hitters in the World Polo. We have so many big hitters, but this guy can do it. So 150-yard shot. It's got to go through the goal without anyone else touching it. Doesn't have to be in the air. Here comes Tocolino with the penalty 5B.
Well, it's definitely high in the sky. It's airborne. It'll land on the penalty, more or less on the line of the penalty 2 spot. And back again on the move, Senor Teo Kaye. But looks like we had another whistle on that play, Dale.
A little sticky here. Zubair, Santi hits a nice ball. He's getting a little deeper every time. His ball's coming across the field, and you can see right there. That's a pretty textbook right-away violation. That ball will change and move all around the field. Talk a lot about the quick line change, probably the toughest play in the book for the umpires and for the players, when that ball does hit and spin on the ground and go a different direction. So, but you can see there, great. We always say the drone never lies. It always has a great view of that right of way. And remember that imaginary line. You need to follow that imaginary line around the field. It's everything in the game of polo. You learn that in the polo school when you learn to go and play. And very similar driving your car down the highway. You cannot impede another car coming on the highway, or if you're coming on or coming off. You need to make sure that the cars that are coming down the highway have the right of way. It's the same thing on the polo field. They're traveling a good 25, 36 miles an hour again. So, it's a big safety cue. And you got to be in with that about 2.5 strides. They'll tighten it up a little bit with the World Polo League, get it right around 2.
I was just about to say.
Leaning into 1.5.
Yeah.
More safety.
Exactly.
More safety oriented because of the quality of the players and horses.
Exactly.
Here comes Tocolino with a penalty 4, 60-yard shot, dead center.
So he converts a safety 60 and now a penalty 4. That's his 3rd goal of the game. Twice he's hit now here in the second chukker. So again, Kaia Polo, as you said at the beginning, Dale, capitalizing on getting as many early goals here, especially in the first half, as they possibly can. 9 goals to 3. Seems like a long time ago since Travieso scored.
Yeah, I like them moving that ball to the 60-yard mark there, Yan, because you had a ball from the spot, and from the spot, the player can dribble that ball. It could be dangerous, so they moved it to the 60. Player gets one shot, makes the game safer, and it gives the team an opportunity to have a goal shot penalty. Good ball placement by the umpire.
Here we go then. The pass from Lorin Zubiari looking for, and he's found him. Santi Toccarlino on a clear and straight way to goal. That's his 3rd, Dale, in this Chukker.
Wow, yeah, Santi's hot right now. 4 goals on the day. He's got one penalty 3, a penalty 4, a penalty 6, and 1 from the field. And that's just bad luck. Nacho was in his spot. You know, it does happen sometimes. And Toccarlino, you're going to see a lot of goals. And you know, in the World Polo League, if you have a broken play, you can pretty much give up a goal.
Yeah.
Because the quality of the teams and the horses here in the fields is just too good. And at such a high level like that, so you really need to be careful on misses or broken plays.
Yeah, very unlucky there for Nacho.
Yeah, unlucky.
He would normally put those away, no mistake. Here we go then. Ball's back in play. And again, Santi Toccarlino, but
a little racing and rubbing here. And, you know, this can go either way here. We'll see what they decide. Remember, when you have 2 players coming together again, you're going to see the contact. Watch the contact between the 2 gray mares. You got number 4 in the gray horse. Now watch number 1 on the gray pony. Watch them come together right here.
Yeah.
And another uneven ride-off and off speed. So remember, one of the criterias on a ride-off is you got to be the same similar speed, and you can see that Toccarlino was going faster.
Yeah.
And so the player that makes the contact at a slower pace is going to get the foul.
Again, a very good call here, and as a result of that, this could be goal number 4/5 overall, but number 4 here in this Chukker, if indeed Santi Toccarlino will attempt to take this penalty 3, a 40-yard, as you can see there on your screen. Open goal, undefended. Here we go then for goal number 4.
And you probably get up, and I'm moving that up a little bit there too, Yan, just based on the contact. Even though Santi was just outside the 60-yard line, you're going to see the ball get moved. I think you're seeing that in a lot of polo. We, especially here at the Grand Champion Polo Club, as Valley Polo Club, World Polo League, and in high goal. But you're also seeing it in 6 goal. Balls are being moved more further up on plays. And you know, when a team fouls, you know, the team that gets fouled should have an opportunity to to get a possession. So
back to Juan Martin Zubia and Travieso, who well, they need to come up with a little bit of something here. We are down to the last 25 seconds left to play here in the second Chukker, but so far, Dale, it's been the Kaia Polo show.
Yeah, they are scoring a lot of goals. I mean, you got to remember they got the 3 on handicap, but still a very strong start here by the boys in the white jerseys. That's going to be a buried ball, but it's going to be inside the 20 for the 30 seconds, so that'll end our Chukker. So we'll start with the bowl in to start our 3rd Chukker. We'll get everybody on some fresh horses, and we'll be back for the 2024 World Polo League All-Star Challenge.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo, and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Travieso before, and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo, but women's polo. So we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
Third chuck in action, 11-3. A very good start here by Kaia Polo, but mucho tiempo, mucho polo left, Jan. So anything can happen here. Buried ball to end the second chukker. Looked like one of the horses stepped on it, so they bring that ball from the center to the boards, and away we go.
Yeah, well, let's look at the score sheet at the moment, Dale. It started off a relatively even Stevens, both teams scoring 3 times in that opening chukker, but in chukker number 2, a total of 5 goals on the account of Kaia Polo, no score for Travieso, so I'm sure they are going to have to come up with something here, and that could have easily been goal number 12 here for Kaia Polo.
Yeah, they're moving the ball up and down the field, doing a great job. And like I said, it was even in the first chukker, just those 3 goals on handicap. And then they just got getting a little foul trouble in the second chukker. Travis, they gave up four different, well, you had 1 possession. We had 1 safety. So they'll clean that up and get it going here. Like I said, first game of the 2024 World Pool League. And remember, it's all single elimination here in the All-Star Challenge. Mariano.
Taking his time, hammers one out to the left-hand side, slightly overshot that one. So Travieso will, and that of course is a very important first step, have possession. And as you said, that man with the number 4 there on his shirt in the purple, Travieso Estrada, he will be the instigator of any kind of attacking play. Still on the move. Past the first player there, Lorene Zubiari, over to the boards. Picked up by Tincho Merlos. Runs into a little bit of traffic. And you could see Mariano Aguirre coming down to lend a helping hand. Now then, the outlet pass. And you can see the rotation there. He's working it now. Travieso Estrada. Now he could, or he's in shooting distance at least. But you see how quickly Kaia Polo come back and form that 2-man chain of defense. Now then, possibly Juan Martin Zubia. Also not hitting that ball the way we know he can and the way he would have liked to. Trying to get it back centered into goal, but a quick steal, and Zubiare will run with this one. Leaves it behind. Good interception by Zubia. Sends it back to where it came from. Nobody there in a purple shirt. Instead, it'll be Mariano Aguirre. A little under the neck shot. Nicely done.
Field 1 just looking amazing today here. I mean, wow. Looks like a pool table out there. It looks like they're having a lot of fun. And around the corner they go here. Tincho, he's going to get around there. I like the non-call here. It looked like Tincho had a turn before he got jumped on it. He went for it, though, and look at this, Travieso.
On the move, nice pass. Didn't quite get through there. There were 2 attacking players at the front door. Tincho was up there as well. And once again, Mariano Aguirre getting the ball back for Kaia Polo. Takes a swing. Did not make the connection, and we have a whistle.
They're overlapped there a little bit and kind of uneven. And Mariano in the white jersey here, number 3, is going to drag it forward. There's the ride off. Now he's uneven right here. Now he's turned left, and he's turned right. And it's kind of an interesting play here because Mariano's turned to the left. They might talk about this one. It's just weird. It looked like the ball was going up and down the field. Mariano got turned left, but I don't know if Tincho looked like he might have been going with the same direction of the ball. So they can check it out. They'll talk about it a little bit. I think it looks like they're having a communication, both umpires. And this is one of those plays. I mean, what do you get off it?
Yeah,
do you have kind of an interesting play, huh?
It's kind of like what came first, the chicken or the egg.
Yeah, exactly. Because it looked like Mariano was going down the field and he got sideways, but Tincho didn't Tincho pulled out of the ride-off. And then Mariano kind of was just sideways. I think he tried to hit like a cut shot, but it looked like he hit the back of his own horse. Maybe he slid the mallet off the rear end of his own horse. Yes, they're going to go away. I kind of like this call. I think it should go for Travieso. Mariano just got sideways. And, so Tincho was pretty, just didn't deviate, stayed straight. And remember now, when a ball's moving on the pole field and it stops, the line is the old line.
Correct.
Okay, and that's where a lot of people get confused, because if you're riding down the field and you don't see where the ball was going and it stops, you might not know where the line is. You got to remember that when a ball does stop, the old line is the actual line. You can't. You got to go back to it. So big shot here from about 100 from Zubia, saved by Kaia, and it'll be Mariano.
Yeah, again, player coming down the line there, and the umpire allowing play to continue. Good touch here by the number 1, Tincho Molos. Back straight there is Mariano Aguirre. Zubiari just wanting or biding his time for a little bit of space there, but we do have a whistle.
And it come together here and looked like Tincho had control. Good read by Lorraine. Watch this. Number 1, Larry runs by, but keep it on the left side of your screen. Look at how Lorraine jumped in there. He jumps on and changes the line. Now you have a new line. So the purple's got to pull out.
Yep.
And so right in that situation there, you have the mounted officials, and they can look at it and talk and see. They might want to talk. It's another kind of dicey play. Remember, quick line change. I told you, hardest game, hardest play for the umpires and for the players, because when you get these quick line changes, who's got the right of way. And remember, on the field, the umpires will be behind the players there, and what they'll do is that when a player does if a quick line change happens and another player gets stuck, they're there and tell them to clear. Once a player clears, then he must take the most direct route out. Well, 9 out of 10 times, players want to take the best defensive route out, the road out. They don't want to go exactly, because sometimes it takes you out of the play. So we'll see this one. Look at the ball's going up and down the field here, right? The old line. Actually, a little, maybe 45 to the sideline. Then it gets changed right there. Here's your first quick line change. Now it hits the ground and it's coming across the field. And Zubieri's got the line. So Tincho's not even on it now. Now he taps it forward. Now you have a new line change. Yeah. So now you got Zubia riding in there. He's got no line. And then you have Tincho kind of blocking, and you got Mariano moving, and just a lot of stuff going on. And so there you go. You're going to have a blocking call. And now imagine that, though, that's why the technology is so good, and the opportunity to have our third man, our IRO, working together. Or imagine 2 umpires on the field have to do exactly what I'd explain to you with 1 look, exactly. Not with 10 like we got. So it's an amazing game. We love the technology. We love everything it's done for the game. It's changed the game. 2014, ChukkerTV, of course, CTV Sports introduced, pioneered the technology. And it's changed the game forever.
It has, and again, it's raised and set the bar. As I said, you see a lot of these rules and regulations being implemented, not just here in America, but of course throughout the world, especially in Europe. And for all of those, of course, watching in Europe, we remember we have a 6-hour change.
So we have a change here. So we had a challenge. And I like this challenge because your third chukker. So we'll risk-reward matrix. We always talk about it. Third chukker challenge. And they're challenging the ball placement. So you had a foul about 30 yards from the center. They moved it to the center. Kaia Polo challenged the ball placement. They thought it should have been a 60. So he throws it to the IRO, the instant replay official. He gets to look at all the
angles.
Yeah, and he must have seen some players downfield to pass to,
or
the ability to have a 3-on-2 attack or something that would give them an attack, and they won their challenge. So a very good challenge here by the Kaia Polo team. They're going to get a penalty 4 out of it, and this is gold shot penalty, and they're going to switch the stick here. It's going to be Zubieri instead of Santi. So that was interesting. Santi's been hitting them very well. Maybe they wasn't feeling it or something, but he passed the stick. And a good save here by Travieso, and it'll be Zubia.
On the boards, Juan Martin trying to find a little gap. And again, under the watchful eye there of one of our 2 mounted officials. And that will stop the play at 3:36 left on the clock. Let's have another look at this, Dale.
Zubia's got control. He takes it to the boards, and you're going to get a bit of a sandwich there. Or it looks like maybe Juan Martin got on a hand or something, but they definitely had him locked in over there. So you're going to get a penalty 5. Nobody moving anywhere. They're going to keep it from the spot 5A, and it'll be Nacho.
Travieso Estrada out towards, well, a little bit parallel to the boards. Picked up by Juan Martin Zubia. And again, cleared. You see that? So they just seem to have one extra man on the field. Now then, did the man with the number 3 there on the left of your screen, did he already get on that new line?
Looked like a good read here by Juan Martin Zubia. And it's another quick line change across the field. Great passing by both these teams.
Yes.
Remember, such a chess game out there all the time. You want to use those angles and on the move here. So you get a back shot. It looked like Kaia was looking for a breakaway play, but a good read by number 3. Juan Martin Zubia, keep an eye on this ball. Ball's going now across the field right there. And they come down there. You got lesser angle. They're going to go lesser angle to the Travieso team. And remember now that Kaia still has a challenge. Mm-hmm. They won their challenge, so they can use another. And they got 3 and 11 here. So both teams still have a challenge going in this first half. It's going to be an open goal penalty, though. Tincho Merlos on the open goal penalty, 2. Mariano Aguirre had an opportunity to look at that, so he probably wanted to save it. Probably agrees with the call. Because if not, because he was right in that vicinity, he'd go to use his challenge if he wanted it there. And so now going into the last, second half of this third Chukker game, both teams have the ability to challenge the call if they need it. And 11-4, Teacher's going to get a penalty 2.
Yeah, it's been a little bit thin on the ground if you think about what happened in that last Chukker. 5 goals on the account of Kaia Polo. Well, at least Travieso have managed to get a grip on the offensive part of this game. But they need to also start scoring a few more goals. Ball is back in play now, and on the move once again, Kaia Polo. This one will be just slightly overcooked and goes out over the back line. So at least Travieso have managed to tick one big box, and like I said, contain Kaia Polo, and not giving them that many chances.
Big change from the second Chukker. I mean, they didn't have a good Chukker when it came to fouling, and then they had the safety, and Santi was super strong from the penalty line. In the second Chukker, they definitely cleaned it up here in the third, so they're on track. Nice knock in, Zubia.
Juan Martin takes it over the halfway line. And now then tries to center it. Oh, that's a nice ball right into that danger zone. And he was nearly there. Teo Kaia. Well, there he is coming out of nowhere. Kaia, but you can see that Tincho Merlis.
Oh, yeah. I thought Tincho might let that go. Teo was off to the races. I don't know if Tincho saw Teo coming. As they're coming down the field, up and down the field, Teo's coming across 45 degrees. Zubia hits a nice ball, and I think Tincho tried to bring it. They're going to talk about either whether you got a safety or not here. So let's keep an eye on it. Here you go. This is a pretty ball, but see right here, right there, if Tincho would have left that one, then Teo was on the move, and then Teo gets a good shot. He gets a piece of it, and then that ball goes just off to the right side. And it looked like Teo knocked it out, so it should be a knock-in. Teo, it looked like he hit off his own horse. And he was shooting that goal. Well, to get the offensive attack here, and this is a good way to end the first half here for Travieso. They're getting the offensive push that they haven't had. It looked pretty even here on the Bolins. At first, it looked like the Travieso team, or the Kaia Polo team was winning, or Travieso was winning a lot of Bolins, then went back and forth. Then you had a lot of knock-ins coming for Travieso. Kaia was missing the goal a lot, and now it's kind of going back and forth. They have a little discussion here with the mounted officials. Love the red and black jerseys. World Polo League. You will see the mounted officials. Okay, so we do have a foul against the Kaia Polo team in the white jerseys. And, wow, this is going to be a huge play for Travieso because you have possession on a knock-in, and then they have a crossing foul. You have a right-of-way violation. So, based on the possession, that ball's going to be an open goal, and it's going to be Merlos back on the line. Teamster's already 1 for 1 on his penalty twos. So this is a breath of fresh air with 1:49 left in the first half.
And a very important goal if they can get it. And of course, no mistake there. So, as you said, Dale, very, very important play here for Travieso, picking up a very important goal. And
bad luck there for Kaia, just because he had the possession, you know. And it works like that sometimes. Back to the center here. This would be a huge ball over Travieso. If they keep going, it'll be 3 for 3, scored 3 goals within 2 minutes if they could get it back here by Mariano.
Aguirre sends the ball downfield towards that goal mouth, and we've seen that mistake once before. This time, luckily, Juan Martin Zubia was there to back up Nacho Navijo Estrada, and he will turn defense into offense. Didn't quite get a clean shot on that. The backhander coming now from Zubiari. Nice little steal there on the near side by Santi Toccolino. Toccolino goes for the shot. And he had the pressure there, and that's what they need to keep that pressure up, Travieso, on Kaia Polo to just disrupt their shots on goal.
Yeah, and then you see Kaia, they're switching it up a little bit. Now Santi's running through because early on they were sending Lorene and Mariano and Larry forward, and now you have Santi. So Mariano's trying to show a couple different looks here at the end of the first half. And so that should be interesting to watch how they do the second half. Knock and come and Nacho.
Up towards that halfway line, picked up nicely by the number 1, Tincho Merlos. Now then, Kaia, slight little deflection, but you might get another piece of this. Teo Kaia will leave it. Juan Martin Zubia is there. Bit of an awkward angle for him to get a shot. A nice clean shot on goal. Still working it. In comes Mariana Aguirre. And to the dismay there of Juan Martin Zubia.
Maybe they ran out of time. Yeah, it looks like they're going to run out of time. Yeah, look, I like that little play that Juan Martin, he goes, fakes it forward, and then grabs it back. I mean, not an easy play. Here's our stats. Let's check out our first halftime stats here. The numbers don't lie. 11-5, and shots on goal, this makes sense. 14-7 based on the score. Knock-ins, look at 5 knock-ins by Travieso. So, Kaia, they could get their percentages up in there, missing the goal a little bit. And then throw-ins, look at the Kaia Polo team winning 9 and only 5 for Travieso. So fouls committed, 7-7, and more open goals, though, because the penalty scored 4-2. That's a huge stat. And, of course, look at the pretty even there on the 30s, 40s, and 60s. You have 2 30s and 1 60. So great halftime stats there. Good shot there of Teo Kaia. We'll let both teams go to their tents, get with their coaches, get organized for the second half. And we're going to take a little halftime break, and we'll be back for the second half of our first game of the 2024 World Polo League All-Star Challenge.
My name is Nacho Estrada. I'm from Argentina, 8 goals.
Hilario Figueras, 5 goals from Argentina.
My name is Martin Jauregui. My handicap is 6 goals. I'm from Argentina.
Silvestre Novillo, and I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Tomás Pieres from Argentina, and I'm 6 goals.
Francisco Spinacci, and I am from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Juan Bolini, and I'm a 3-goal polo player right now, but it could be 8, and I'm from Argentina. No, actually, now I'm American.
No, here is amazing. The view, the fields, everything is super nice.
Question is what I don't like about Aspen. I think I like everything about Aspen. The weather, the field. Right now in the summer, I would say the best club in the world.
Friendship, the people, the scenery, everything. This is my 7th year coming in a row, and I feel like I'm at home right now. So me and the family were around like we know the place for a long time, and we enjoy the summer a lot.
When I come here, winter and summer, I actually like Aspen more in summer. There's more stuff to do.
All the mountains around here, like it's a pretty nice place, and it is nice to play because there are very good horses and I play with a lot of friends.
No, I like the polo, the horses, and the people.
I like to do mountain biking and to go to the lake.
Yes, going to the lake, stay here in the barn, everything.
It looks amazing. It's my first time here, but all the things they're doing today is amazing. So I'm gonna be enjoy, and I appreciate to inviting me to be here in the season.
Christmas in July, kids are always looking forward for it. The day they come to Aspen, they know they relate it with Christmas in July. It's an extra that they have here.
I like Christmas in July because we like get all together and we receive a lot of presents.
Good morning. Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
I'm Jan-Erik Frank.
And we're getting ready for our second half of our first game of the 2024 World Polo League All-Star Challenge. We have some great stats there at the end to break down the first half. And we also had, we had two challenges in the first half and successful challenges.
Yes.
So congratulations to both teams. Doing a great job. They're using the challenge system. Remember, one challenge per half, so now each team will receive another challenge. If you challenge a play and you're correct, you'll always receive another one. You can keep receiving them as you just keep correct, be correct, and you keep getting them. Now you lose it. And here's a great shot here of our teams. Jan, want to go through it?
Yes, indeed. Again, let's have a look at Larry Austin there, starting from left to right. A very young age, 66, outpost based here in Palm Beach, Florida. Handicap 0. Lorene Zubiari, handicap 7. Age of 35, of course, coming from Buenos Aires. Mariana Aguirre, 54. And also, of course, from Buenos Aires, as is Santi Tocolino, the highest handicap player there with an 8-goal handicap and age 39 from Buenos Aires. That is Kaia Polo.
Playing good polo. They came out very strong. That 3-goal handicap they had in the first Chukker, they jumped right on it to make it 6-3. 3 goals through Travieso.
Yeah.
Travieso carried it. You know, they went 3-3. They just had the 3 goals on handicap. So a good job by the Kaia team to come out mounted very well and just try to keep goals scoring. They actually gave up 3 penalty 5s though in the first Chukker, and then they cleaned it up really well. They didn't have any penalties in the second Chukker, the Kaia Polo team, and they scored another 5 goals. And they were unanswered goals, Jan. And so they had a super strong second Chukker. And that's where you get this differential in the score. The game really doesn't, because then in the third Chukker, the Travieso team, they scored 2 goals, 2 unanswered goals, and there they are.
Yes, and there they are. And let's go through the players there. Well, Teo Kaia, of course, he scored a cracking goal in that first Chukker. Over then to Agustin, a.k.a. Tincho Merlas. He also got on the score sheet in that first Chukker, as did the next man, or the man at right at the very end, the handicap 9 player there, young age of 24 from Buenos Aires, Juan Martin Zubia. No goals, as you said, Dale, in Chukker number 2, but they did manage to get a grip on the very, very strong offensive playing Kaia Polo. And in Chukker number 3 then, it was 2 unanswered goals by Kaia Polo, both Tincho Merlos converting 2 penalty 2s and at least bringing his team back into the game.
Yeah, and I like you said, they did a great job. Again, both of these teams, you'll see a lot of this in the World Polo League. One team might get a little loose in a Chukker, but they're just so well organized at such a high level, they'll flip it around very quick because, like you said, the Travieso team, you know, they gave up the 5 penalties in the second, but then they went clean in the third. And that was huge for this game. And not just that, they caught the Kaia Polo team on a couple of goals, and Tincho at the moment is 100% from the penalty line, and that's what you want. You need to have him 100%, especially when you're behind. On the other hand, you got to give love to Santi Tocolino. He's been hitting the ball very, very well. He's made a 3 in the first. He made a penalty 6 in the second from the 60-yard shot. He hit another penalty 4, 60-yard shot in the second, and another 3.
Yep.
They missed a 4. But Lorraine hit the ball well, just on the ground, a little low. But otherwise, they're hitting their shots well, and they won more bowlings in the first half, and they also had more shots on goal. So they're executing very well. That's where the Kaia team now, the Travieso team, they actually have better percentages.
Yeah.
They just need to get a few more opportunities.
Absolutely. So be interesting to see what the coaches and the captains discuss there in that halftime break. Welcome back the players, as you can see, making their way back out onto the field. Once again, a very, very warm welcome to the first match of the World Polo League, the 6th edition here, 2024, the All-Star Challenge. Kaia Polo in the white shirts against Travieso in the white and purple. You join us right on time for the start of the second half. And if you've just joined us, it is 11 goals to 5 for Kaia Polo. And important to remember that, of course, Dale, is that they came in with a 3-goal advantage because they are a 22-goal team against Travieso, who are, of course...
No, it's huge. And Mariano's a general. He did the right things. He came out very strong, well-mounted. They won the first Chukker, and they won the second Chukker. And that's how they've kept this little lead. But that does not content this game. You got 3 strong Chukkers coming here. These teams will be mounted up. Remember to join us. We're going to have 4 games today. This is a polo extravaganza today on CTV Sports. 3 World Polo League games. And, well, we're also the finals of the limited edition 12 goal, which I am looking forward to, Jan, at 3 o'clock. 90210 against Quite on Z. 2 very strong teams, but at 12 o'clock, Maltese Falcons, Melissa Ganzi is coming out for her first World Polo League game, and she has a very strong team with Martin Jauregui on 6 goals, Alejandro Naviz Estrada on 7, Juan Martindero on 10 goals, one of our 10 goalers. They'll come in at 23 goals, going against Alegria. 25 goals. I had the opportunity to see Fred Mannix last night. He said to his team he's looking forward to his first game. They've had some practices, and he says you never know when you know when you're starting out the season. But he's very excited on 7 goals. Fred, he played with Sugar Erskine on 6, Jason Crowder on 5, and Pipe Versalino on 7. And we talked a lot about Pipe, how well he shot the ball from the penalty line last year. I think he was in the top 2.
He was indeed.
He's a strong penalty shooter.
But then,
so you don't want to foul against that team.
No, but then let's not forget, Dale, we've got Audi and Casablanca.
The end of the day? Yeah.
Gansey versus Gansey.
You'll be live from the stadium, so if you are in town, make sure you make it down. Are you going to be no, you're going to where you're field 4, right? Oh, here. Oh, yeah, so we're all here. Yeah, so we're going to go live for it. That's going to be amazing then, and we got to see the Cobra.
Yes,
he stopped in this morning, and he's ready to go, he said.
He is indeed. Here we go then. The action has begun. Welcome once again the second half, the first match of the 6th edition. We are delighted to be back here at CTV Sports Studio. Delighted to have you with us. And here we go then. You call him the General, Mariano Aguirre, here the man with the number 3 on his shirt. Drills that ball straight down the field. Wow. Was that a couple of yards to the left, if that?
No, that's a great way to start out. I love how he keeps it so low, too. Covers a lot of space in a quick amount of time, short period of time when he hits the ball that low and fast. Mariano, he's got that great swing. And, former 10 goal. I think we got, 4 former 10 goal players there, or 3? We have Nacho, Augustine, and Mariano.
Indeed. So now then, let's have a look at how Travieso will start this second half. I'm sure they will want to latch on to the way they performed in that previous third Chukker. But again, there he is, the man with the number 3 on his shirt, Mariano Aguirre. Gets a bit of a challenge there from Tincho Merlos. To the far side for Marine Zubiari. But again, you will see that man get as many touches as he possibly can. Here he is again on the ball, taking it out, the full volley, slightly overcooked it, sends it out to the boards. Now he knows he's got Tincho Merlos breathing down his neck. Yeah, that corner, we had that earlier where Teo Kaia had a bit of a slip. Seems to be a little bit tricky or a little bit treacherous, that corner. But here we go then. And again, another shot on goal, and this time more or less exactly on the same spot where that ball went out of play from that long-distance shot.
Yeah, no, nice player by Mariano. He slams on the brakes and just stopped there. Nothing that Nacho could do. He just played defense. Got him to shoot the ball from way out. Not an easy shot. So it played the percentages here. Estrada, good thinking. And it'll be Nacho on the knock-in.
Gets an early challenge. Able to keep possession. Get a little bit of support there from Juan Martin Zubia. Fakes the big shot. Now then. Out to the left-hand side, the rotation working very well. Nacho, I like it when they do this rotation. Nacho, Navijo Estrada, slightly out to the left. In comes the challenge now from Santi Toccolino, and he will clear it. And again, perfect pass, as if he had eyes in the back of his head there, looking and feeling for Mariano Aguirre.
Great passing there early by both teams.
Subia on the near side. Could do with a little bit of help. He gets it in the form of Tincho. Yeah, but he was a bit too slow off the mark there. There he is again. Mr. number 3, Mariano Aguirre. Appealing to the umpire who say play on. Zubia. They seem to do ever so well up until a certain point, and then that Kaia Polo line of defense just does not let them get through.
Both teams, have been that. You had some open style right here early, and they were passing the ball so well. Great angle shots, just enough to the right, just enough to the left to give the offensive attack. But these teams, they're so good at reacting. You're going to see that in the World Polo League all season long. And you know what I say? Defense wins championships.
You do say that, Dale.
So you're going to see some great defense by both these teams. And now you're getting some neutral polo in the middle of the field here as we click down. And we haven't had the courtesy change yet. They have been running and gunning here in the Fort Chukker.
Yeah, well, clearly the words of the coaches will have had an effect on especially Travieso. Because as much as they're struggling to get through that last line of defense to get within a goal shooting distance.
Yeah, you're going to get a whistle here, Jan. Just going to stop the game for a courtesy change. So this is an umpire whistle. You're going to get a fair play bowl in, fair possession play. And, well, you know, it makes sense right here as we go through it. We've talked a lot about it. And, you know, the courtesy change. We talk about the horse racing a lot. And, you know, we have our the triple crown of horse racing, where you have the Preakness race. It's a mile and 3/16. It's 9.5 furlongs, they call it. And Secretariat set that record in 1973. He ran it in 1 minute and 53 seconds, Jan. What a horse.
That's incredible.
Kentucky Derby, it's a mile and a quarter, 10 furlongs. He ran that one. He set the record. Also, Secretariat in 1973, ran in 1 minute 59 seconds. And then the longest race is the Belmont, which I didn't realize that. I thought the Kentucky Derby was always the longest one.
Thought,
Everybody thinks that. But it's a mile and a half, and it's 12 furlongs. And Secretariat set the record in 73. He set all three. He won the Triple Crown that year. 2 minutes, 24 seconds. We're playing 7.5-minute chukkers. There's 3:14 on the clock, so you do the math. I mean, they just ran. Those those amazing four-legged athletes out there, just were running and no fouls. I think we had one knock-in, so we had continuous play for over 3.5 minutes, and the longest horse race in the nation is 2 minutes and 24. So, well, I don't think anyone runs it in that Secretariat, but let's say 2.5 minutes. So, hence the courtesy change. And but it's turned into an amazing procedure that now we've developed. We're seeing less fouls in games because of it.
Yep.
Well, of course, less injuries of players and horses.
Yes.
And also, you're seeing a lot of just gameplay. Like, you know, you can strategize now because you can switch horses around, and you know, and it keeps it even for both teams because they all have the opportunity to change. Everybody back on the field. Here we go. 3:15
on the clock at Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 1, and again, big compliments to the ground staff getting that field in such pristine condition. Mark was saying what a great feel it was to have a little go on it and have a little ride on it earlier this morning. So Travieso currently down by 6 goals, need to pick up a couple of quick goals here. So far it's been a goalless fourth chukker, and 2:40 on the clock left to play. This young man, Juan Martin Zubia, one of our 3 9-goalers. Again, why not indeed take a chance at a shot out of a fair distance, a good 100 yards away from goal. Just needs to slightly maybe adjust his target, and he will, I'm sure, be picking up.
Yeah, they're moving the ball around. You know, just like you said, good D again. It's going to be pretty even chukker. We had one knock-in for Travieso, so now you're going to get one knock-in here for Kaia. And it looks like to me both teams were kind of looking for some new plays. You see, look at the zoo area. You look at pointing right, here comes. Good pass.
Out to the right-hand side. Nicely done. Waiting and biding his time with the number 2, Lin Zubiari. Austin on the boards. Nice pick up. Can he get another piece of it on the near side? Well, he played the right shot, and there he is again. Aguirre. Cleared. Travieso. Nice little turn there by Tincho. Tincho Merlis out to the left-hand side. Well, they turn very quickly. I like that now. And Teo Kaia trying to take that ball a bit further downfield. In comes Tincho Merlis once again. Again, that rotation working very well there. The backhand leaves this one now for Juan Martin Zubia. Again, within shooting range.
Good leapfrog there, huh?
Yep.
Very well played here by Merlos and Zubia. And that's going to be a goal. Oh, just off to the side. I like the change of style though. They've been playing this open style. They had Nacho running through early, and now they put Nacho forward and they're doing the leapfrog behind, but they're doing it like a ballet, not slowing the game at all. And they have Teo in there also, so we're seeing some great looks by no goals, but we're seeing some different looks by both teams. Going to be Santiago.
To the left-hand side now, if they can do or get an early interception, that would, I'm sure, bode very well. Nacho, little chip there to Juan Martin Zubia. He gets a bump and a ride off there from the number 2 from Zubiari, and again he comes at you all the time. Mariano Aguirre looks over his shoulder, takes the time to think about the play. Well, we had a whistle there.
And that's probably going to end the Chukker. Mariano's riding towards the north goal. Let's take a look at this before we go into half here. Mariano in the number 3 in the black helmet here. Up in the air it goes. That line straight up in the air bounces. Mariano will take control. Zuieri going forward and right there. You see how he got that little uneven ride off from behind? Little rub. They rub is racing, rubbing, but they're going to get a whistle. Now then our set 4 chart. We'll get everybody on some fresh ponies. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
All right, welcome back. Fit Chukker action. We got a good shot there of Zuieri and Aguirre. Mount officials. Looks like we are going to have a penalty there at the end of the fourth Chukker. So no goal scored in the fourth. Mm-hmm. It was 11-5 at halftime. They came in. Both teams played neutral polo.
Yep.
And we actually had the very clean first half of the fourth Chukker. As we said, we had our first time this season that we've had a courtesy change called when the ball was in neutral play, possession, back to Travieso. Open goal penalty here on the uneven ride-off. And looks like they're going to pass the stick back to Tocolino. Santi, riding a beautiful bay pony here. Going to make a big turn. He hits the ball so hard, this guy. He's a lot of fun to have in the studio, too. You probably hear Tocolino on the studio this year. He loves to come in the studio with us. Here comes Santi at the penalty 3. No problem. Dead center. I mean, that ball hit the ball right down the middle.
So he scored 1 in the first, 1 in the fifth, 4 in the second. So a total tally now of 6 goals on the account of Santi Tocolino, and that, Dale, makes it a full dozen for Kaia Polo here right at the top of Chukker number 5.
Yep. So they're going to get another one, and we're going to get all our bowlings right here in front of you from our high cam, international rules tournament conditions. They'll throw in from one side to start the first half, and they'll switch over for the second half. It's going to be Kaia and looking for Santi going forward.
Santi will try and pick that one up on the near side. He just slightly overrode it there, but in comes Aguirre. Aguirre will try and shake off Nacho Navijo Estrada. And the inside backhand, nicely done from Teo Kaia. And what a great pass setting up now. Tincho Merlos. Tincho Merlos. Now, this could be one of your coast-to-coasts. He's on the approach. He's got Santi coming back in defense. The finishing touch. Has he overcooked it? He's done enough. Oh, what a cracking goal.
Coast to coast like butter on toast. Tincho Merlos. We finally get one here to start off the 2024 season. I love the Bay Pony, and this is a great give and go. And Tincho, nice approach shot down the center. Santi's coming back hot. He gets there, but you see how Tincho pulls it to the left, finishes on the near side, keeping the ball away from Tocolino. If he hits the ball to the right, Santi might have an opportunity for the hook. And, of course, remember, hits to the far post. He can either go near side or he can go back to the offside for the push. Great goal.
Elegance in motion. So, is this going to have a knock-on effect? Will this be the start of an array of goals that we hopefully will be seeing now from Travieso to make it super exciting? Well, they've won the throw-in once again, and maybe this time it is the turn of Juan Martin Zubia. Has he done enough? I think he has.
Wow, here you go. And this is what they do well. They did this in the when they get going. Actually, the first Chukker, they did the same thing, and they scored 3 goals in 4 minutes. And then now, look at this. They're going to pick up 2 goals in less than a minute. And it's just a nice little layup shot there. Bad luck for Loreen. He was in the area. It almost looked like he hit it softer there, Zubi. I like that. Little sneaky play there instead of firing it, you know. He kind of took Lorraine out of his groove because he was going so fast. He hits a little faster. It might be easier for Zubair to take that one off the doorstep. Great goal. Good start here by Travieso.
So 2-1, 4:40 on the clock. We're in the 5th Chukker. And can they keep this momentum up and can they keep it going? Over on the far side, but once again, that young man, Mariano Aguirre, dragging that ball and bringing his team into Travieso territory. Turned around nicely now by Tincho Merlos. And this is where those passes need to be absolutely pinpoint correct here. But it's going to be Santi Tocolino for Kaia Polo. He will leave it. Mariano has a little look, has a little think. He's got Tocolino trying to clear the way for him, trying to take Nacho out of the equation. Yeah, that came off the pony of Juan Martin Zubia and will run out of play.
So, again, solid play here by the purple jerseys. They're going to get into a courtesy change here. So this is a great start. They gave up the penalty 3 at the beginning of the Chukker, and this is good. They're going to let them go another run. And so Travieso, they can get an offensive attack going here and get 3 goals before the courtesy change. That's going to put them in a good spot, 8-12. So let's see what happens. Here's Wanmar.
Hammers another ball downfield, and he found Kaia, I believe. Yeah, there he is, Teo Kaia. Now we know what a dangerous play he can be in front of goal. Kaia going for was it the belly shot, the neck shot? Either way, he was going to try and center that ball. It's going back in front of goal. A quick stop, a turn, a look up, a nod to the Polo gods. And the shot, waiting for that shot, and it's hit the post.
Oh, and I was wondering if because great player by Zubia. Dangerous play by Santi. I know he had Mariano going across the center. Santi wants to go across the goal here. Watch this. Keep an eye on number 4 in the white. He's going to go across the goal here. This is a dangerous play. I'm not sure if he's going to take it forward here, but Santi decided to back it to Mariano. Goes for the tail shot right there instead of taking it forward. Goes for the back shot. And Zubia is right there. See, Juan Martini reads it perfectly. Mariano just couldn't get there. And he's going to turn it up here. Mariano's not going to be on play. He's going to have to give him a play here. Right now, he takes it forward. They got to give him one play here already.
Yeah.
Then you get the rotation by Nacho, so Loren can't make a play here. Now he takes it forward, and he's still got kind of Mariano blocking a little bit. And Loren, he can't make a swing because Zuberi's still. And he comes in here, and he kind of shoots it. It goes off the post. And then bounces back on the field, and then you get the whistle. And good recovery there by Santi trying to get back. But you're going to get the, I think you'll see what they decide to do here. You're going to get your courtesy change. So with 151. And looks like Santi down there changing his spurs. Adjusting his tack. And so we'll come back on the fielder. So continues play. We'll see how they decide to work this one out, because you had the white players kind of surrounding Juan Martin. And remember, if a player rides in, you can come from the side under a shot. So if I'm swinging at the ball, you can come from the side, you make a bride off, no problem. Mallet hits you, drops on you, no problem. But if you ride in from behind, then you're not allowed to make that play. And most players today, of course, with the sportsmanship levels that are out there, they'll hold their mallet back, of course, so no one gets injured. But you are allowed to come from the side. It's not an easy play. We don't suggest it in the polo school.
No.
No, it's one of those pro plays. And but this is a tough one. You got to look at it because there's a lot of things were going on. So they might go ahead and take a look at this one and decide. Remember, both teams still have a challenge here in the second half. That ball was sitting right about there where the ball is placed. And if it does go in favor of Travieso, let's do the math. It's going to be a great opportunity. Yeah, it looks like they are going to get it. Now, again, I like the decision here because you heard I broke it down. The white's kind of blocking, and then Lorena's a little bit too far to the left, and so Juan Martin, didn't take a swing. Then he finally does get a swing, and then that's still got people blocking him, and so so I like the open goal penalty too here. Good call.
So here we go then, Tincho Merlos from the spot.
100%.
Absolutely 100%. No mistake. Picking up his fifth goal, Dale.
Yeah. Tincho's got one from two from the field, three from the penalty line. Very solid from the penalty line. Love his swing. Got one of those sweet swings. His sons are doing very well, too. Been a lot of fun watching his crew grow up. We'll get, like I said, we'll get to watch them in the nine. They'll be playing all season. And also his son, Roofy, called Roofinator, actually one of the young pro player to be on the mic at CTV Sports. And very good. See if we can get him back this season for a co-commentated gig. He loves it. Playing good polo, too. We get a whistle here right out of the bowling. Ball pops out. Teo. Mariano, look how he hits that ball across the field. But see how that ball comes across, and then you have it coming down. And we'll see that it looks like they're going to go ahead and give a lesser angle to the white team. Let's try how Mariano spins that ball around. That is not an easy play.
No.
He's crafty with the mallet. And it's amazing all these players, how they can hit, they move it, and get that spin. And it's crazy sometimes when you're looking at it, how it moves. But Santiago, Tocolino's going to have a lesser angle there. And so they'll move this ball down to the 60. Very consistent today on the movements, I think, the ball placements. And we'll be talking about that all season long.
Yeah.
Tincho's still getting ready to line up here, so they might have let him go one more turn. Now, remember, on all the penalty shots, one approach, one swing, one shot at swing at the ball. And you're not allowed to tap or dribble. But now, if you swing and miss-hit it, and you can actually take it.
Yes.
But it's not, we've talked about players actually perfecting that, and I don't think it's kind of tough to do. So it's usually a true miss-hit when a player does. And, of course, most of these players, especially this guy right here, and a little shout-out to the Tocolino family in Argentina. Okay, so we got a challenge here by the Travieso team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you, I like this challenge again. I am very impressed with these two teams in our first game using the challenge system at the highest levels here, Yan. And this is our first game of the World Polo League, and they are done it with spectacular. I mean, both teams. So you got a Travieso is going to challenge the ball placement. It was a 60. Let me tell you how big a move this is, what a big challenge it is. They had that ball at the 60. They thought it should be at the center based on it coming across the field and players where they're lined up, remember? Because the IRO is going to look like Sue's on defense, Sue's on offense.
Of course.
And he agreed that it should be in the center. So they're going to save a goal shot penalty here, and they're going to get another challenge back. So very well done. Congratulations, Travieso, on that. And here we go, penalty 5B. Oh, he's going to go for it. He's going for one. Look at this.
Oh,
he might get one.
Wow. Wow.
Are we going to see a two-pointer this year?
Well, the way we've been seeing these boys shoot those rockets, I think we are. I'm sure we are.
Tocolino's getting ready for it. Well hit, Santi. And that ball, remember, if it goes in by itself, nobody moving it along or touching it, it will be worth 2 points. So, very nice try.
Now then, here we go then. Mariano Aguirre. Let's have a look at the clock. We're down to 1 minute and 40 left to play. The penultimate fifth Chukker. Aguirre. Nice touch. Tocolino. Subia clears. But not far enough because there he is again with the number 3. And another whistle will stop the play. What happened there? Looks like he might have gotten a little bit of a clip there.
Yeah, he gets around quick enough here, and he's going to get caught behind again. Well, keeping out number 1 into pro right here is going to catch him right there and spin him sideways, uneven ride-off, off speed, uneven, everything. Racing and rubbing again, but Mariano's definitely around the turn, and once he gets around that turn, then you
game over.
Yeah, and Mariano is like I said, he's very quick. He mounted very well, top, and so he was going to bring that ball back in. You're going to get the open goal penalty 2 out of it, and it'll put Tocolino back on the line here. What, looking for number 5 from the line? Yeah, number 6. Number 6. Well,
So,
4 penalties and one safety.
Pretty good.
Yeah, very good. Tocolino's strong. He's another one of them. Well, we're going to see that on every team. We talk a lot about these penalty shooters. I love that. Love seeing the quality of penalty shooters that we have in the World Polo League. And they have a number of players on the teams. You know what I mean? They mix it up. They all can shoot them. But the players that they choose to be the first shooters on every team, are just spectacular guys. They hit the ball so well. All right, back and forth, 13-8.
Subia struggling to get past the man we just been talking about out to the left-hand side, and it looked like for a moment there they'd picked up and gotten their mojo, their momentum running. Now then, let's see if Tincho can do something here. Avoids the steal, leaves it for Zubia. He's on the penalty 3 mark, hammers one down. Well, that's how you do it, Dale.
Yeah, very well done again. As I said, showing some great style here. I mean, the score, they just got to keep clipping away here. Kaia's been well, but I love the pass. Great angle, giving room for Merlos. You see how he uses the angle. And then Merlos, that's a nice little play there. Crafty, lets Juan Martin get back in line, and then Juan just stellar inside the 60.
Nicely done. So, let's have a little look here. They're just shy of going into double figures, but that brings us to the end, of course, of Chukker number 5. Make sure you join us for what promises to be a very exciting 6th and final Chukker of our first match of the All-Star Challenge 2024.
Another great season. We had a blast this year. Great fields again. They keep getting better and better. And we got lucky with the rain this year and had a lot of fun polo.
There's nothing better than being out here in Aspen playing with these great people. amazing views every day. I mean, how could you ask for more?
Best part about being out here in Aspen for the polo is the fields, the community, Melissa and Mark, the great competition, and the amazing horses, and how the horses enjoy being out here.
I love the town, I love the valley, I love also spending time here in Carbondale. So I just love this place in general. I have a lot of friends. I've made lots of friends over the years. The Ganses have created a spectacular place here that has become a really important summer destination for polo in America.
Aspen, I love it that our family's around, there's a ton of horses, a ton of golf, and a lot of fun polo. So.
Amazing commercial there. Aspen Valley Polo Club, if you want to play polo in the summertime, July through September. Well, the hills are alive. What an amazing place, and just a great video there of all the different players, and especially the young players, young ladies, young gentlemen, the ability that they have to play polo there, the polo school, youth polo. Melissa Ganzi, of course, big promoter that just does a phenomenal job. And so anybody, if you're interested in playing, of course, we also have the Polo on Demand program. We have a lot of players come in from around the world, spend the summers in Aspen, spend a week, spend a month. You don't have to bring your horses. You can have all your horses set up. You can have your team set up. You can get with our director of operations, Juan Bellini, and our general manager, Cale Newman, and they'll get you all organized.
Here we go then. Welcome back for the sixth and final Chukker of what has been a great opener, Dale, wouldn't you say? What a great way to start the sixth edition of the World Polo League.
100%. Yeah, and just a great game here. Like you said, the scores could bend a little bit just because of how they've started out, but this Travieso team has come on here, but this is a good start for the sixth Chukker. Santi's going to have the penalty 5 from the center, finds Mariano. Mariano just staying calm and cool, leaves it now for Tocolino, and man, he hits the ball hard. Wow, well done, Teo. Teo tried to save that one. Kaia playing a good game today. He's got 1 goal in the day. He's had a couple saves, pulling the team. But look at this, Kaia Polo on the move.
And this could be goal number 9 if he can score here, Dale. On the near side to finish what he started. Goal number 9 for Santi Tocolino. I mean, he scored 4 in Chukker number 2. He didn't score, or nobody scored actually, in Chukker number 3 or 4, but stepping up and just wanting to finish very, very strong here again at the top of Chukker number 6.
Yeah, they've done a good job adjusting Kaia today, and I'll give it up to the general, Mariano. He's such a great captain. He'll move it around, switch it up. He plays a chess game all day long. Remember, we saw Tocolino sitting back, running through, going back. Now he's running through again. They'll rotate with Zubair and Larry, doing a good job here. Let's see if the Travieso team can keep it going, because they were on a move here. 4 goals in the 5th Chukker by the Travieso team. So they were knocking on the door. They just got to get the momentum back here, and Kaia's just rocking and rolling here in the 6th Chukker.
And looks like they've got possession once again. Slightly overcooked it, but leaves it behind for Mariana Aguirre, and he'll be happy with that. Well, I'm sure this is not how Travieso expected to come out and play the 6th and final Chukker. As you said, I thought they might still be in it.
Yeah, no. I was hoping I thought they had the momentum there, because they had 3 goals from the field in the 5th and 1 from the penalty line from Merlos, and only 2 penalties scored from the penalty line for Kaia, and Kaia didn't score in the 4th Chukker. Well, no one scored in the 4th Chukker. It was an even Chukker, but this is just a great start for the white jerseys. Let's see if Travieso can turn it around here. Zubia.
Nice little ball up to the front door. Teo Kaia not able to pick that one up. Little mistake. Might you get another chance? No, because again they are standing so well. There he is. Aguirre feeds the ball back to Tocolino. Cheeky little steal, but we have a whistle.
They coming together there. Looks like 2 players when they come into our screen. Here's the outlet pass. Nacho's going to jump on it. He's got the right of way there. and then they meet, but Santi's going to get caught on the right-of-way violation. Coming in front, we'll see. They have some challenges left, both teams, so I wouldn't be surprised you don't see them here. 6 Chukker, might as well use them.
Nothing to lose, exactly.
Yeah, so nothing to lose. We'll see what they decide to do, if they decide to use them or not. Looks like they got a few horse changes here, and this is before the courtesy change. Remember, you are allowed to change your horse at any time. So it looks like the Kaia team's going to go ahead and switch out a few before the courtesy change. At least Zubair is. And he's going to go off the sideline here. Notice how he's going over the boards off the field, changing his horse because of the penalty shot. If he's on the field when Tincho hits the ball and the ball goes wide, then Travieso would get another penalty shot. So Loren, of course, going to ride down the side of the field, stay off the field, and he might even just stay right there in the center right there based on the open goal penalty 2, and Tincho stays 100%.
So they get one back, but is it a little too late is the question. 16 goals to 10, Dale. The clock is ticking down. We're not far away from 4 minutes left to play here in the 6th and final Chukker. But let us quickly remind you that we have got coming up on your screens around about 12 o'clock, give or take a minute or two. Alegria will be taking on the Maltese Falcons. Very much looking forward to that, as I say, on CTV Sports. That coming up at 12 o'clock. But as we said, Dale, and nearly another goal there by Loreen Zubiari. It's been the Kaia Polo show, more or less, from the very first ball thrown in this morning.
Yeah, I mean, the 3-goal handicap, they did a great job jumping on top of it, you know what I mean? I mean, that's where you look at your score differentials here as 16-10. But that was just good management. Mariano will pick up another one. And so that'll give Mariano 4 on the day. And, again, good rotation. We're going to go to a courtesy change here. 6 goals down, tough. You know, okay. All right, so we're going to check on that, and we'll see there as they go off for their courtesy change here. And like I said, yeah, if you break it down, 6-3 after the first, but it was 3
apiece.
3-3 on the field.
Yep.
You know, just handicap goals, and but then it's that second Chukker.
Yeah.
Because that's where they gave up. They gave up the 5B. They gave up a 4. They gave up 2 4s, and you know you got to give credit is due. Tocolino was strong. He scored both. He scored 3 from the 60-yard line in the second Chukker yet.
Yeah.
And those are not the gimmies. I mean, most of the time in the World Polo League, they're gimmies based on how well these guys shoot. But still, you know, you got their defended goals. Everyone's 30 yards in front. And he was 3 for 3, and then 1 from the field. Mariano had one also, but it was they're all unanswered. And that hurt him a little bit. So I made it 11-3 after the second, and then they were playing catch-up. And they actually had the great Chukker. They came again live again in the third. They had 2 unanswered goals. Compared to Kai's not scoring, went into halftime 11-5, and regrouped. Neutral Chukker in the 4th.
Yeah,
that was kind of interesting. So I was kind of wondering if they were going to come in and maybe jump on the good ones early. You know, you always think, well, how you want to adjust the horses now. We're down by 6, but they went neutral, and then they won the 5th 4-2. But Kaia stayed pretty balanced here.
Yeah, and consistent.
17 goals, 14 from the field. We always say 13, and you mean, School of Mamagosita, your offensive attack's working.
It's working very well indeed. As Juan Martin Zubia will just walk that one through. Nicely done. So, Juan Martin Zubia picking up his 4th of the match. But as I say, the clock, of course, now very much against Travieso. I'm sure they'll have plenty to discuss and to review and to talk about.
Yeah, give it up to them, too. 11 goals.
Yeah.
And there's still opportunity here with 2-something left, you know. And remember, first tournament. So that's not a bad day.
No.
You know, I mean, they get a couple more here, and their offensive attack's in line, you know. And Nacho's going to get an opportunity here. Estrada going to drag it into the inside, leaves it for Merlos. The teacher's going to shut it down. Nobody home, backed up cleanly, and here comes Mariano.
And you saw very quickly there 3 defenders from Kaia Polo coming on to the 8 goal, and now then Zubia. He's going to go for the shot here for sure. And that just
Oh, that was a squeaker, huh?
Yeah.
Remington?
Remington. Very much a Remington. A very, very close shave there on just going out on the left-hand side of that post.
Very close, yeah. That's a nice shot again. But again, the rotation's great. I mean, they you know, it's not. You know, the score doesn't really reflect on the while they played. I mean, and also what having Merlos 100% is huge as they move on for the 2024 season.
So then, a little under a minute and a half left to play. Mariano Aguirre up against Tincho Merlos. Little backhand shot, dead ball, picked up by Juan Martin Zubia. He will send that ball back up to the front, and then you were talking about that rotation working very well. A little bit of a, unlucky.
Tough one. No, Tincho was pulling, trying to drag it forward there. A little bit of tough luck. They clicked down under a minute. Santi.
Chip shot from the boards. And again, Mariano Aguirre.
They try to put a little air on a few of the horse here at the end. I love the way this one runs. It pins its ears back. Mariano on the far side, Bay Pony. You get pushed wide here by Nacho. Mariano's going to take a shot from way out and just off the right side. And again, one of the point out the good rotation by Travieso was with Kaia. You know, I know they played the one, but we saw the different defensive. So as they move on for the 2024 season, that's going to be a big deal. So that'll end it right there, Jan. First one. Well, we are into the 2024 season of the World Polo League. What do you think?
I think we've had a cracking first start. Here we have the final match stats then.
Okay, 17-11. Your goals, there you go, and the shots make sense. 25-16, and that's just something the Travies will get a few more shots, but their percentages weren't bad based on the amount of goals they scored. So well done there, guys. They just got to get a few more shots of goal. Knock-ins, they missed a goal. More the Kaia Polo team because you see the 9, but I got to give it up to Travieso. They didn't miss a goal that much based on their shots, so that's a positive play. Throw-ins though, 15-11. They did better in the second half. Good job there. Fouls committed. 10-9, both teams right there around the 10. You don't want to be any more than that, you know, keeping it clean. And then penalties scored, good shooting by both teams. 6 for the Kaia Polo team, mixing it up with the 60s and the 30s. And 4 for Tincho, he was 100%. So, you know, there's a lot of positive things they can take out of that. Good shooting percentages for Kaia. They just need to get more off its attack because their percentages were good. And that's something you can take positive and move on to the next game.
Indeed, and talking to the next game, they, of course, are through. So congratulations once again to Kaia Polo. Travieso, I'm sure, will be enjoying the next matches. And speaking of next match, remember, in about 7 to 8 minutes, we will be back live here on CVT Sports with our second match of the All-Star Challenge 2024. Alegria will be coming on your screens, taking on the Maltese Falcons. So from everybody here at CTV Studios, Dale.
All right, for Jan Eric Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz, and I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I want to say thank you for making us the leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.